What's poppin', homies? It's your favorite homegirl, Gossip Girl. And today, I want to take you down a rabbit hole. Okay? All right. So, Angela, okay, she know who she is. She grabbed my hand yesterday and she said, girl, let me pull you down this rabbit hole. And I've been in that rabbit hole ever since. Okay? Now, I'm grabbing you guys' hand and I'm dragging you with me down this rabbit hole because let me tell you something. This stuff is deep, okay? Just when you think there's no connection, there is, kind of, in a way. And I do have a lot of questions to ask, but if you stick around and listen to this video, you will know what I mean. Okay, so now, today I want to talk to you about a young lady named Brandy Odom. Now, Brandy Odom, she was 26 years old, and she was found in Canarsie Park in April of 2018, dismembered, okay? Now, there were two arrests that was made. Corey Martin, who's 33 years old at the time, and Adele Anderson, who was 32 at the time. They had been arrested over the killing, okay, of Brandy Odom. Now, police say Martin, a pimp, and Anderson, a madam, took out two life insurance policies on Odom worth $200,000 and then killed her to claim the money, right? Now, the pair was arrested after Anderson allegedly confessed, and because she was in fear of her life. So let's go ahead and get into that, and I will tell you how Brandy, I'm not going to say it's connected, but people know her. Okay, so, how do you do that to a person? I don't understand. She was a beautiful, beautiful chocolate girl, beautiful woman, okay? And she was living with them. And I think she was living with them from 2017 to about 2018, if I'm correct. All right. And I just feel so bad for her mom because how do you find out? Like the news coming to you that your child is the one that's dismembered and laying in that park, okay? And because she has chocolate like written on her chest, and her mother knows that tattoo sign. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Martin and Anderson, Corey Martin and Adele Anderson, have been charged with federal wire fraud and identity theft, right? The crime was premeditated, gruesome, and motivated by greed. Okay, prosecutors say Martin and Anderson hatched their murder plot in March of 2017 when they applied for a $50,000 life insurance policy in Odom's name from Globe Life Insurance Company. Now, the policy lists Anderson as Odom's sister and names her the sole beneficiary. In December, another life insurance policy was taken out, this time for $150,000 from American National Insurance Company. Now, again, Anderson was listed as Odom's sister and sole beneficiary of the policy. On April 6th of 2018, Martin brought a saw, 5 blades, and black trash bags from Home Depot in Long Island. His phone was then used to search YouTube for how to insert blade for the saw that he used. Now, on April 7th, the night before the body was found, cameras captured Martin backing his car into the driveway of his Queens home that he shared with Odom and Anderson. Odom was their roommate. Odom has stayed with them. He and Anderson can then be seen loading black trash bags into the boot, which police believe contained Odom's body. On April 8th, her dismembered torso was found in Canarsie Park by a dog walker. Investigators later found Odom's legs, and a bag full of her body parts. Oh my gosh. First of all, let me stop right here. What kind of person could actually do this to another person? It's bad enough you murdered her, and then you go and chop her up, and then put her bodies in bags and just throw them, just leave it out there like it's garbage. It's like, how do you do that? How can anyone do that? You gotta be a cold-blooded, cold-hearted person that has no feelings for life to do that to somebody. Okay? But greed will make you do some strange and terrible things. Okay? This young lady stayed with them, Corey and Adele. They took out a life insurance policy on her, and they murdered her. Didn't even think what her mom, how her mom would feel. Just did what they wanted to do for money. For money. And I don't even think they even got a chance to get the money because they're in jail. So it's like, let's keep going. But what kind of person are you to do this to somebody? Now, the following day, prosecutors say Martin's phone was used to make dozens of Google searches about the murder. You got to be careful with your searching on your phones and your computer because it will play against you later, okay? Just because we delete things on our phone does not mean they're deleted. It's out there, and it has a way to be recovered. 17 days after the body was found, Anderson allegedly tried to make a claim on the $50,000 insurance policy, calling the company and telling them that her sister had passed away. Asked whether the death was natural accident, homicide, or suicide, Anderson replied the third one. Now, the third one, I'm thinking it was homicide. Yeah, because natural accident, homicide, or suicide, that's 4. And she replied the third one. So the third one is homicide. Now, Anderson was told that because the policy was less than 2 years old, she needed a certified death certificate, a doctor's statement, and a coroner's report to make her claim. Prosecutors say she called back 3 more times to check the process of the claim, but there was no evidence she sent any of the paperwork in. Now, 2 months after Odom's body was found, Anderson called the second issuer again, claiming to be Odom's sister and saying she had been killed. Hate saying it. It's unbelievable, she told the insurer. Anderson then made 2 follow-up calls about the claim, but it's again unclear whether she provided any evidence to substantiate it. So the police initially questioned Martin as a suspect in Odom's death, but he was never arrested at that time or charged. He was finally arrested on November 4th in New Jersey alongside Anderson. About a week before the arrest, police say Anderson confessed that Martin had killed Odom and said that she was scared for her own safety. She also allegedly confessed to helping dispose of Odom's remains after she had been cut up using a saw. The pair appeared in a Brooklyn court via video link the same day for bail hearing. Martin was remanded in custody, while Anderson was freed on a $200,000 bond. Odom's cousin, Joanna Newman, told the New York Daily News that she was full of joy after learning about the arrest. 2 years after Odom had died. We lost a family member in a crucial situation. My heart does feel a little bit at ease. 2 years of emotional pain, not knowing why, she said. And this is all because of insurance. Okay? They had insurance out on that young lady. All right? And, it's just sad. You have to watch your surroundings, people. You have to be careful who you be with, who you hang around, because you never know what they are plotting against you. You never know what people have plotting against you. So you have to be careful. Now, the reason why I say this, when I was on Delia's Facebook page, I was just scrolling. There was a video that she had put up. And she knows Brandy because Brandy is her daughter's cousin. Okay, so her daughter, Delia's daughter, was very upset about Brandy being murdered and the way they did her. And so was Delia. Delia was upset as well. So she had made 2 videos on Facebook. And she just, was full of hurt. But the second video that she did, she was full of hurt. And she said, and the video had cut off. She said, I'm paranoid. I'm scared. I'm paranoid. And then the video cut off because she was talking. And I'm like, well, why would she be paranoid? So I want to know, was Delia Johnson mixed up in some things that she had no business being mixed up in? I know she was a nice person. People say she was a nice person. You could be a nice person and you can live your life to the fullest and you could be the life of the party. But not everybody knows your secrets, or not everybody knows what you have going on. And I'm not trying to taint her in any way, but it just seems like there's something else. You know what I'm saying? That there's something out there. There's just something about Delia's case that's just not sitting right with me. I do not believe about her setting up somebody and their daughter getting murdered. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. That was a rumor, and I did explain these are all just rumors because I want to talk about it. Now, another rumor I want to talk to you guys about, Claudia Banton, I think her last name is. Do you pronounce her name as like Buju Banton, like how he pronounced his, or is Claudia Banton? Well, Claudia B, all right, I'm going to say that. Claudia B was also into some heavy stuff with insurance fraud, or not, with forgery and a lot of stuff. And it's out there, public record, okay? And you can see it online. So if y'all want to go see it and Google it, you can. And I'm pretty sure some other YouTubers are probably talking about this as well. But was she the one that murdered Delia? Because if you look at her and look at the picture, there is a resemblance. There is a resemblance of Claudia and the girl that shot Delia. It's a resemblance, but I'm not too sure. So don't quote me, but it's out there. What I'm talking about is out there. It's out there. The information is out there, so you can see for yourself. But I just want to know, was Delia into some insurance fraud, or was she into some type of scam and stuff? And the reason why I asked that, because there was a picture that the news had used of Delia in a red top, and she had her glasses on and she was smiling in the car. Well, that picture I saw on Facebook, and she was bailed out of jail. But before I saw that picture, I saw a post of her saying that she was going in for sentencing. And then after that, you saw her in a car with that picture, and she had post bail. But it never said what she had post bail about. You get what I'm saying? So I'm wondering if all these people were in the same circle together. And they did some type of scam. And everything went completely wrong. And Delia got caught up in it. It's something to think about, guys. It's really something to think about. So you let me know. And also, this Claudia B person, Banton, whatever you want to call her, this Claudia person was supposed to be, another rumor going around saying that she was a CO, and they used to call her Scary J. Blige. I'm not sure if that's 100%. It's all alleged. We're just talking about it. You know, these are rumors. I haven't seen anything factual. So, we just having a conversation about it. So, have you heard anything about that? But this Brandy, I was shocked because when I first saw the video of Delia talking, she was upset about Brandy. Like I said, Angela pulled me down the rabbit hole, and I started seeing things, and I'm like, okay, something else is going to come up, I believe. I don't know when, but something else is going to come up. And sometimes with these type of cases, we may not know tomorrow or the next day, but I guarantee you we'll find out a couple of months from now, even maybe a year or two from now. But when this case finally busts wide open, we're going to be like, oh, snap. Or, yeah, we said that before, or whatever the case may be. But it's something to this. And I don't think Delia set up nobody to get robbed or killed. I don't think that. I just think now it was something how she used to get her money in the streets. Okay? And when the virus hit, you know, that stopped a lot of things. And you get desperate. And Angela did say that in my comment section. You know, when that virus hit, people lost a lot of income. So maybe she felt like, okay, let me get into something real quick, some fast money, you know, and I don't know what it is. I'm just, you know, I'm just talking, just having a conversation. Let me get into this fast money real quick because I got bills, I got a child. You know, people think like that. And when you're in desperate times, it calls for desperate measures. And sometimes people flock to the wrong thing to get into, you know. So I just hope that whatever it was that she got into, maybe this was the outcome of it, which it shouldn't have been. It could have happened a different way. Something else could have happened. Her life didn't have to go this way, or her life didn't have to be taken this way. But there is something that we probably looking over, or is just not there yet. And I do think her family know what it is, but they can't speak about it because it will ruin the investigation. When there's a murder in your family, you can't talk about that murder on social media or to anyone for that matter. I know that from personal experience. You cannot talk about that murder because it can mess up the whole investigation. So that is why her family is not saying anything. But her cousin did say, or somebody who said that they're her cousin, saying that the whole setup and baby in the hospital story is not true. So now that I told you about this and gave you some insight about Brandy Odom, it's terrible and it's horrible what happened to that young lady. Beautiful chocolate woman, 26 years old, still young, lived with two people, Corey and Adele. Corey murdered her, from what Adele said, and dismembered her. They found, they found out he bought things from the Home Depot in Long Island. They lived in Queens, yada, 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 and they dumped her body in Canarsie Park. That's crazy. What type of person are you to do that? How can a human being? I don't even want to chop up chicken wings. I could never do that to a human body. But anyway, Claudia is a name that's going around now on social media. They saying that she's in Atlanta, Georgia, or whatever the case may be. But a link called Claudia B is a name that's going around. And sometimes you can't believe everything you hear, but we could have a conversation about it. So what do you think, guys? Do you think that Claudia is the person, is the family friend that took Delia's life? And do you think they was into something too deep and the person, for whatever reason, took Delia's life because of what they were into? Let me know in the comment section, and I'll talk to you guys later.